Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Here we are in episode 12 of Shadowbringers. I hope everybody's doing very well. We're going to go ahead and continue where we last left off. I saved you all the vigorous journey of traveling over here, so that's that. But before we get started, if y'all wouldn't mind definitely giving that like button a little tap to help push us out into the YouTube algorithm. And of course, if you're new and you like what you see, definitely don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to check me out on social or help out with the channel, details for those are in the description below. And let's go ahead and get on into it. Yes, if you're after books pertaining to the Warrior of Darkness, I'm afraid most are out on loan at present. They are experiencing quite a surge in popularity. Oh, you wish to learn about the Oracle of Light? Then it would be my pleasure to assist. For a second, I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. No, I can't. I can't use my trick. After I finished off some few outstanding tasks, that is, while I attend to them, perhaps you could teach me or perhaps you could fetch me a book. The Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light, it's called. Though it's intended for younger readers, it provides an excellent summary of the subject matter. And the artwork is quite lovely besides. I would not hesitate to recommend it to anyone with an interest in learning about Minfilia. But you must see for yourself. The book should be located on the level below. Should I say, for a while there is place for everything here. Not everything is always in its place. Despite my best efforts, in short, if the book is not where it should be, which obviously it's not, judging from this statement, it will almost certainly be somewhere it shouldn't. So, good luck. Yeah, so what he's saying is, yeah, go down there and it's not going to be there, so good luck finding it. I come home to that every day. Like, where's this? Where's that? I don't know. Alright. Towering shelf. Anything good in here? Oh, of course not. So it's supposed to be somewhere it shouldn't be. Perhaps we have to go a little bit lower, yes? Just as your eyes begin to blur, they finally come to rest on a copy of the Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light. Oh, thank God. Finally. I say finally like it took too long. But still. Have you found the book? Yes, I have. There you go. Whoa, I didn't mean to go first person. Yes, this is the one. I hope it wasn't too difficult to track down. There we go, that's a little bit better. I'm happy to say I finished all my present tasks. If you want to call your friends over, we can begin learning at once. Without further ado, then. It began 100 years ago, when the flood of light threatened to swallow Nordvent. Just all seemed lost. A savior appeared, who halted the all-consuming radiance. A maiden with hair spun of gold and eyes of clearest sapphire. Naught was known about her save that her name was Minfilia. and for delivering the realm, she came to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace. But 15 years later, her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals in history. When Sin Eaters laid ruin to the king of Avobert, a young girl was discovered who was immune to the creature's blighted touch. One with hair spun of gold and eyes of clearest sapphire, she was hailed as the Oracle Reborn and come to likewise be called Minfilia. Finishing in the Ilmarian army, or enlisting in the Ilmarian army, this Minfilia fought the vanquished countless Sin Eaters. Alas, like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in the battle. Yet with her dying breath she whispered unto her grieving comrades, Minfilia will return. And true to her words, some years later another young girl was discovered who possessed the self-same eyes, that self-same hair, and those self-same powers. She too took the name Minfilia. She too fought Sin Eaters as a soldier of Umor, and she too fell in battle. Many were to follow her in her footsteps, and so the cycle continues this day. And that concludes the tale. By their valor and sacrifice, these women have saved Nordland on numerous occasions. And were it not for them, we might have never learned of the Light Wardens and their nature. They sound like formidable warriors. Some perhaps. The truth is rather less simple. Though the Oracle is reborn with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories or the knowledge of her previous incarnations. All of the Minfilias thus far were discovered as ordinary girls, unversed in the way of war and ignorant of the power they harbored. While some embraced their fate and devoted themselves to training, others did not, but all were made to face the Sin Eaters, and all died to keep our hopes alive. What can you tell us of the current Minfilia? She was found by the Ilmarian army some 10 years ago and taken into their care, or rather their custody. She was a prisoner in all but name, for by that time, under Lord Vothru's rule, Umor had already abandoned resistance in favor of dissidents. Minfilia was an uncomfortable reminder of war they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to the peace, and so they kept her under lock and key. For a long while, we heard nothing more of her. We couldn't even be certain if she was alive, save that it was the Umorians' best interest for her to remain under their control. But then, 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from their clutches, just like a hero from the tales. Indeed, while I believe we now have a good grasp of Minfilia's tale, thank you for your time, Morin. Might I trouble you for a word, Kiara? Outside? Well then, outside it is. Whee! Ow. It's like, Shibi, you know that's gonna damage your armor, right? I'm like, yeah. And it costs like 100 gold to fix it. What's your point? As you have already surmised, the gallant soul who rescued Minfilia was none other than our own dear Thancred. Kind of figured. They have since been wandering the land together, never remaining in one place for long, which is why we have not yet had a chance to meet them. We know that Minfilia journeyed here as Heidelin's emissary to halt the flood of light. It could only be her that the people of the First witnessed 100 years ago, the original Oracle of Light. But while there's plenty of time to connection between the women we know and the namesakes, the fact that these girls do not share her memories must surely mean they are not the same person. Thancred has to understand that. I have no doubt that he understands. The question is how he feels. Regardless, the Thancred we know would not forsake this charge. If she has been captured, we may be certain he will not stand idly by. There you go again, talking in your roundabout way. If you think we should rescue Minfilia, just spit it out. It just so happens I agree with you. It's quite clear that this Minfilia possesses Heidelin's blessing. And it wouldn't hurt to have a second such individual on our side, right, Kiara? Yes, quite. Just let me punch somebody. I see you've made up your minds. Exarch, what brings you here? A report and a proposal. First, the report. Our scouts have confirmed that the Amorian forces at Lexenlov do indeed have Minfilia in their custody. For the present, they are holding her there, but we can't be certain they will move her to Umor ere long. Should that happen, we may be forced to give up her as lost. So if we mean to act, we should do so quickly. Which brings me to my proposal. I ask that you entrust the undertaking to us, the people of the Crystarium. They're like, what? Ooh, a new weapons coffer, or a head coffer. Nice. Yes, give me better gear, please. I need better gear.
You are doubtless eager to attempt Minfilia's rescue, and with your combined strength you may well succeed. But as I said earlier, I do not wish to show our hand unless absolutely necessary. "'Twas not merely the night sky that you restored to us, but hope. Hope for the future of Norvrand. Unlike you, we cannot contend with the Light Wardens, but so long as hope burns in our hearts, we will fight on regardless. This I will prove to you." My friends, I thank you for gathering at such short notice. There is something I would ask you all. As many of you are aware, I received an emissary from Yulmore a short while ago in the form of General Ranjit. To my dismay, the General condemned the slaying of the Light Warden, and warned me in no uncertain terms that, should the Crystarium cast its lot with the Warrior of Darkness, there would be war. Let none be mistaken. We would be hard-pressed indeed to resist the might of Yulmore. Some would even call it suicide. And yet my heart cries out to fight. Better that than relinquish the hope that swelled in my breast when I beheld the night sky for the first time in 100 years. Or so says my heart. My mind, meanwhile, reminds me that to follow my heart would be to risk everything we have accomplished thus far. Clearly, this is not a decision to be made lightly, nor less alone. And so I put the question to you all. What should we do?
My lord, you already know our minds. It brought tears to our eyes to witness the knight's return. The whole of Norvrand deserves the same, and not just because some children's story tells us so.
Yulmor's influence is far-reaching. Should war break out, trade would be subject to restrictions. The flow of goods will dry up, and we will struggle to make do with what little trickles through. But make do we will.
Aye, we can weather such hardships. Is that not the very thing the Crystarium was built for? We have always taken pride in our ability to sustain ourselves. Not just to endure, but to thrive.
When all falls down around you, rise up. Those were your words. There may come a day when all hope seems lost, but even should the rest of the world give in to despair, we shall not. We shall fight on, that our children and our children's children might know a better tomorrow.
Rousing words apart, I never much cared for those Yulmoran bastards anyway. No better than common swindlers, most of them. Wouldn't know a fair deal if it came up and kissed them on the arse.
Trust you to spoil the moment.
It appears we have a consensus. Let it be known that the Yulmoran host at Laxon Loft has taken the Oracle of Light captive. They fear the power she holds over the Sin Eaters, and doubtless intend to imprison her once more. So, I move that we rescue the Oracle, grant her a place among us, and let that be our answer to Yulmor's ultimatum.
Hear, hear!
Hear, hear!
In planning a strategy for the rescue, I open the floor to you all.
And there you have it. If Yulmor wishes to denounce us as villains, then we shall embrace our villainy. Will you do so as well?
We will not be outdone. Consider us your partners in crime.
My lord, our proposal is as follows. We begin by deploying Amaro to occupy the skies over Lakeland. They should serve to delay the airship's departure. At the same time, we scatter dream powder from the air. Not all will succumb to its effects, but it should thin the enemy's numbers, affording us an opening to swoop in and liberate the Oracle.
Very good. See to your preparations.
And what exciting crimes would you have us commit? Speaking for my fellow villains, I'd say we're capable of most things, though we draw the line at indolence.
If excitement is your desire, then I bid you join the guard. Captain Lena will give you your orders.
Alrighty. Oh, also I've decided, for that required side quest, we're just going to keep pushing with the main story quest until we can't do it anymore, and then we'll go ahead and do that. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that one. So, you'll be joining the guard, but however highly the Exarch thinks of you, you will receive no special treatment from me. Is that clear? Where's your salute, soldier? Better. More spirited than the Exarch's feeble attempts, certainly. Now, first things first, you will need uniforms. Go to the Crystarian Mean and report to Catlish. She will see you measured and fitted. Alright, we gotta go who, where, now, what, when? Oh, okay, that's just right down here. I think. Yes? No? Maybe? Oh, can't go that way. Oh, Lord. I guess we have to go over here and then across. Yeah, because it's pointing up. Okay, now it's pointing down. Alright, well, alley-oop! Ah, and there's the last of them. Your friends are being measured as we speak. Right this way. We'll see to it that you look your dashing best for your first outing. We look exactly the same. Done, are you? Let's have a look at those numbers. Oh, it was just the measurements. I see. How goes it? Sorry, Captain. I'm afraid we don't have anything on hand that's a ready fit. But we do have a few that are fairly close. We should be able to make them work with some minor adjustments. Very well, then. See to it. And have the uniforms delivered directly to the field. I shall take this opportunity to brief you on the mission. As mentioned earlier, we'll deploy Amaro to scatter the dream powder from the air. Once the powder takes effects, an elite unit will storm the fortress to rescue the Oracle. Her safe liberation is our sole objective. Engagement is to be avoided whenever possible. I assume we're to be part of said unit? Correct. The unit will divide into two contingents, one deploying for Fort Jab and the other from the Hostile Imperative. You and Alphino will join the former. Kira, meanwhile, you will join the ladder with me. Before you proceed to your positions, you are to report to Chizamel at the Spagarix. She will issue you with a serum to ward off the effects of the dream powder. We shall be on our way then. Take care, my friend, and we will see you in the field. It's quite far for the Imperative, so you may make use of the emerald from the rookie, after you've collected the serum, of course. Now where do I gotta go? I mean, this thing is saying down, so I guess I gotta go over to the Dossal Gate and go this way then. Yes, sweetie. Is there something you need? Oh, one of the guard came for your dram, are you? Here you go. A dose of this will keep you firmly in the waking world while your enemies are off in dreamland. Now, if this is your first time, I should warn you. It's bitter as sin. Princess Kiss, they call it. But if you ask me, it should be called Crone's Kiss. Just aside, this stuff really is foul. Most people gag like there's no tomorrow. But if you don't drain every last drop, you'll be liable to end up taking a trip to Dreamland yourself. So I must ask you to drink it here and now while I watch. Come on, give the old crane a kiss. Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. Oh god, that's disgusting. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. Well done, sweetie. I'm proud of you. Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd even say you'd enjoyed it. No, I didn't. And now you needn't fear falling asleep on the battlefield. Just have care you don't lose any limbs out there, alright? They don't tend to grow back. What do you need of me? An Amuro to take you to the Imperative, eh? As much as I would like to oblige, all our mounts are reserved for the coming operation. I fear you'll have to go by foot. But wait. There might be another way, assuming you're willing to lend a hand. Dude, I'm part of the operation. I'm part of it. What do you... Oh, wow. I gotta get rid of all this... Alright, let's see what head you thing it gave me. Ooh. 86. Alright, that's a little bit better. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to kind of move this stuff off to the side. Alright, a little bit more. Nope, a little bit less. There we go. Oh, that's a samurai weapon. Alright, well everybody, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you all in the next one.